Hey everybody, welcome back to some more war game. Today we're gonna play more mech, but of the Commonwealth variety. Commonwealth is probably, I would say, the deck that gets the most out of the vehicle bonuses from mech. At the very least when it comes to the additional slots. Whether it also benefits the most from the vet is a different story, because something like a Toe 2, of course, is already very accurate. You probably don't care too much on 2 extra veterancy. I think something like a Pram or Conquer spam, like some cheaper, decent ATGMs that you spam a lot more, might benefit more, even if you only take like 2 or 3 cards. However, when it comes to the slots, I would definitely say that Commonwealth has the highest variety of good vehicles in there, right? Both of the Aslevs are great, especially with the buff Bushmasters. Aviary is good, Chimera is amazing, Victors is great. Honestly, even the Rard is kind of usable. Not great, but usable. The Rover Wombat is good. And all the Ito carriers, even the Milan, maybe not. If it had 2 armor, I'd say yes. Even something like this, with 2 additional vet, um, can be decent, can be useful. I think some people are a bit too pessimistic about the whole veterancy bonus and the vehicle tab. Many people are saying, 95% of units are useless there anyway. Which, isn't entirely wrong. But at the same time, with the free wed, a lot of the not so great units suddenly are actually decent choices. It's not. Sometimes the bonuses are not just about making good units even better. Sometimes it's also about making not so great units actually a good pick now. Um, that being said, though, like a basic toe for 25 points on a 1 armor transport really isn't the greatest of choices. I'm not gonna like try to argue for that. But especially like Toho Jeeps or Ito Jeeps, do not underestimate those little bastards. And when you have, and this goes for the infantry tab as well. One of the strengths with all these cheap slots is, yes, something like a Iltis Toe 2 might be pretty useless, or rather useless on a map like Hell, where it's a lot of short range stuff, and with 0 armor and 5 HP, you're not gonna survive anything. But that's the beauty of having access to so many slots, right? You can fit in niche units or tech units that are a lot more suited for just a few maps, maybe, right? I think that's what people underestimate. Many people, especially on Reddit, I'm sorry, um, even in some comments under my videos, are like, mech, it's useless now. Why would I even play mech? Stop it, you drama queens, right? Unspec is very played as well. It's not like the infantry in Unspec is useless either. You still get 4 additional slots for 1 point, and the other slots are also cheaper, right? You still can fit in a lot of variety, and /or you can upvet a lot more as well. You still indirectly get free veterancy, because with so many slots, you can definitely afford to upvet a lot more units now. And even if you can't afford to upvet, being able to fit in more weapon teams, different types of shock squads, additional niche special forces, stuff like that is so much valuable. I think people don't realize, even for armor decks, infantry is the most important unit in the game. Now, if you're playing a 10v10 on straight to the point or something, yes, it's probably artillery that's the most important unit in the game. But you can't like really balance for these games, types of games either way. And I think most people realize that. But when it comes to 1v1 team games, infantry is so ridiculously important. Just having 4 additional slots, even without veterancy, is just worth so much. Now, rant over. I've been playing a lot of ranked off camera, by the way. Been a while since I've done that, with the exception of Italy testing. So I'm like, I don't know, rank 5th, like in the top 15 or something like that. Let's take a look. I'm 16th, so everybody's happy, of course, with the with the patch, but it's fine. So yeah, let's try to find a ranked game, shall we? Maybe even get one immediately. Who is Skibidi? Oh, that's Jackie. Alright, I shall see you in a second once we find our opponent. Alrighty, we got Ultra Racist PIVO. Okay. Well, due to, of course, the ranked reset and the entire, well, everything being bunched up together, finding private or something like that, Happens a lot faster than it did before. But at the same time, it means private doesn't necessarily have to be a bad player. It could just somebody losing the very first ranked match or something like that. We shall see. Now, Chimera is a key unit in this tank. 20 armor, vehicle tab, veteran. Could get 4 on elite as well if I wanted to. Or 5. It might be even 5 with the availability bonus. That said, I think we should go for this. Commandos are still gonna be great, upvetted. 27 on veteran. They're killing stuff very, very fast. So gonna like see if I can land an SAS there just to disrupt our opponent a bit. Get some Milans on the field, start with AA. I recently played a match on here, I forgot to start with AA. It was pretty embarrassing. Fortunately, I did not record that. Just as an FYI, in the past, if you've met me in ranked, chances were like 95%. I was recording and I'm gonna upload it because I play like 3 games a week. Nowadays, honestly, chances are like 10% if you see me as Razzmann. Simply because I actually play a good amount of camera. 1 minute, please. Somebody's very, very fast. Well, we have a Chimera, we have Recon Leopard. Let's get some of you for the first. Another Chimera? We get some Aslabs and some Wombats to help on that side. With an Aslab here as well. I have Milans for there. Let's also get like some Canadian rifles for here too. And just take it slow, save some points. Just in case it's a cheese, but you know, in that case, there's not really too much we can do, probably. Our deck isn't great for that. And I forgot a mortar. Well, since I already forgot it, I might as well just stick with it and just save the points in case it is a healer rush.
Why does it always have to be me? Fresh supplies en route. Okay, we'll get there as fast as we can.
Also seen a good amount of variety. Okay, what's this? What's this? Oh, that's a freaking longbow and I have no mortar. That is great. That is great. That's an A10, I think. Given the speed it was flying at.
Sky is ours. The captain and his crew welcome you aboard. I'm all ears. Has an enemy chopper been spotted?
It's very expensive for our opponents. Oh, I actually got sideshot there by the... Am I actually getting... Oh my god, this stupid Thunderbolt's actually bullying me. This is so stupid. I might actually die. That is really funny.
You'd be blind without
I
eyes.
did die to the Thunderbolt. Well, that's not something you see every day.
Recce ready, sir.
Okay. I did buy mortar. I did buy
Why does it
mortar.
always have to be me? Bound clear, out.
Oh yeah, I forgot about you. That's actually really embarrassing.
Who's a passenger?
But it's an HC Abrams. Oh, you almost dead.
Enemy chopper been spotted?
Guess you got sideshot by my Chimera.
Sir, yes, sir.
And Stormer finished you off. The rare anti-tank Stormer.
Why does it always have to be me? Okay, what's the situation?
Get this before we die because we get ours only CV sniped by something.
The infantryman and his wife. Not my war.
Nice.
Need someone to infiltrate enemy lines.
Don't underestimate the buff Bushmaster, by the way. It's pretty decent. It's pretty good rate of fire now. Not like the unit was bad before, but it was certainly struggling in a lot of other matchups, and it hurt the Bradley and such the most. Now the Aslev's actually like a decent unit. Alright, well, we won this engagement. Reminded me of a nuclear winter game I played. That was... I might just quickly go through the replay at the end in case you're curious, because I don't think it's really worth trying to make a video out of it. Unless we're watching, if you're actually curious in me, if I had some ranked games that I played and didn't record, if you're interested in me actually going over the videos or a cast of it, I'll gladly do that. In fact, maybe I'll consider it for the for that specific match, because it was something, let me tell you. Also some light Razzmann. I guess it could be cavalry scouts as well, but a let's call it low tier ATGM in there. The A10 is still alive. still find it funny. Oh, those are cavalry scouts. So yep, it came in the V150. That is quite funny. Stormer actually starting to run out of ammo. Aslev also make decent base defense. Honestly, I think this deck, it might just be like a honeymoon phase. Maybe it isn't as good in reality as, you know, I think it is. However, it is certainly better and a lot more fun in my opinion than it was before the mech change. Even if it, in the long run, I'll end up saying, oh, it's actually not as strong. Yeah, I do think it's actually quite a solid deck. Like, it is in the relative power rankings, it's much higher than it was before in my eyes. Both because other top decks got nerfed, but because I would say that, let me put it this way, pretty much every, let's say every good mech deck at least, certainly got nerfed from the mech changes. However, relatively speaking, this mech deck got nerfed a lot less because it just benefited a ton from the mech changes. It already had one of the better vehicle types out there. That certainly has not changed. Yeah. But whenever I talk like this, I just forget about what's actually happening in the game. It's the Abrams, huh? Gotta be really careful with the camera. The biggest difference, or the biggest difficulty or problem with the camera is just that when you're moving like this, you still have to turn first, right? When you're already looking towards where you're gonna be firing, the lack of stabilizer and turret is not a big deal. But when you have to move sideways to get line of sight and then have to turn around, it takes a good bit until you're done aiming. Plus, of course, in situations like these, you can't shoot to the side by reversing, trying to make sure that I don't get bullied by the Abrams, right? I feel like there's like two different states of where you're at when it comes to units like the camera. At first you're like, oh my god, no turret and shit, it's horrible. Then you use it and you're like, actually, like, it doesn't really make any difference. Like, you attack, move, and it shoots, right? But then I think after a while you're like, that actually can hurt in a lot of situations that you know, always have to face where you're shooting. And you can't like shoot back. There are actually some benefits, because it means that you can move towards like a unit that you really want to kill and make sure that while you're moving you're not shooting at something else. So sometimes it can be tougher to bait the shot of a camera, at least when it's moving. But that's, yeah, doesn't really outweigh the downsides. That said though, it's still a very fun unit. Okay, move forward into smoke please. Let's get like a double stack. This deck, oh, that's an repaired Abrams, or Abrams being repaired. This deck really hates the A10 because of having nothing like a hog. The smoke fading. think part of the smoke was fading.
Fresh supplies en route.
Please don't tell me you got line of sight. I'm not sure if this is actually like accurate with the... If you have position on it, you get this thing. But I'm not sure if that's actually accurate.
What's the problem, sir?
Not by an ASF. I have no idea what the AA situation is for my opponent.
Has an enemy chopper been spotted?
Missed. Keep smoking, keep smoking.
Where do you need us, sir? At your service.
Oh, that's a side shot. Nice, a crit as well. You're dead.
Okay, what's the deal?
It's still so stupid to talk about side shotting planes, but
Orders,
it is what it is.
It always comes down to the infantryman and his...
I should get some commandos and try to walk in there.
What's the problem, sir? Pack up your gear, people. We're moving again. What's the problem, sir?
Let's actually not move up with them just yet. Usually it's just run away.
Spotted something? I will kill.
Big boys are in town now. Circle you in case there's a Nighthawk. I'll just leave these on for now. They're not too expensive if there's a Raven or something. And if my opponent tries to Nighthawk, then I don't miss the opportunity by accident, right? If I just look away for a second, they're still turned off, and then I see the Nighthawk just evaking, so turning them on is, not enough time to blah blah blah, right? With cheap-ish radar AA like this, I don't mind having them turned on permanently
Where do you need us, sir?
until I see a seat plane. Whereas with other AA, I might have them like always turned off until I either, know my opponent has no seat plane or they're already dead or something.
Sir, yes, sir.
This is so weird. The third one should have line of sight to this thing, but even though it was an attack move, this one didn't fire. That's why sometimes, having stuff in tanks is not always good.
Always comes down to the
And of course with tanks, Get a side shot. Ooh, I can. Oh, I can't. Ooh, I can? No, it's not a side shot anymore, but oh well. Oh, it was still showing front towards the commandos. Interesting.
Move in position. Start the engine.
Oh, that's GG. Alright, let me actually show you that game I played. Because that was certainly something. I think that was the one. I was playing... Oh yeah, I was playing Commonwealth Mech here as well. Against Eurocore. I think it was Eurocore Unspec? Might have been Moto. No, it's Unspec, I think. Yeah, no, definitely Unspec. There were Marder 2s in there. So Eurocore is still alive and healthy. Actually, I haven't taken a look at the replay itself myself. Actually, let me give you my point of view, at least for the start. Right? Nuclear Winter, another map that I particularly enjoy. I'm just not good at it. Simple as that. Like, straight up. It's probably the worst map for me when it comes to winning games. I think it just doesn't quite suit my playstyle. Either way. I scrambled with this. I just forget I put it there. Didn't give it a aggressive enough command. And I spotted 3 tigers. Recon tiger, anti-air tiger, and anti-tank tiger. So I was like, oh boy, that's fun. I at least hit the A9 on the tiger, the Recon tiger, but yeah, KWS comes out. It beats me. I think the tiger hap hit me with this Mistral as well. Rough start. And I didn't start with the motor. Yeah, didn't have the points for mortar because I immediately went for the hornet, and now I was just hoping maybe I can actually snipe the shit with the stormer, but you might already guess where that's going. That's a vamp, I think, that I immediately unloaded. Okay, maybe I can kill this. I'm hoping that I can hopefully waste a lot of ammo with the wombats. And there's the peace run. I'm like, oh no, 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 no. But then in circles, I'm like, oh, maybe. And I stop with the stormer, so maybe I can like make him click on the wrong unit. But I'm like, oh shit, I only have the stormer as my only AA. But I'm like, I. In hindsight, it's obviously a wrong decision. I should have immediately probably just turned this way or something. But I'll be honest, I'm not too often in these situations. And yeah, Stormer gets sniped. And I'm like, oh shit. Oh fuck. Bought another Hornet. Honestly, desperation, I shouldn't have done that. Because the KWS is probably ready by then. I end up sniping the Tiger, but at this point, that was actually the least impactful unit. It's probably almost out of ammo anyway. With no AA around and everything in the open. The optics are pretty much worthless anyway. And the Tiger Head is really the big unit right here. With the 8 hot 2s or however many it has left. Even the autocannons are like a threat because I have no autocannons myself, right? I only have MGs. So I'm just, yeah, panic mode, really. Hornet, yeah, I noticed this and I was like, evacing, I'm gonna die anyway, so might as well try to go for the Hail Mary. Maybe I can get the KWS kill. I didn't. Both of my ASOs are gone, right? That's just horrible. Now, I'm actually gonna switch to neutral because actually, like I said, I've never seen this, so I don't know what the neutral state looks like. Yeah, I still have these SAS there, but I also felt like I also kind of need to protect my CV, so I don't want anything to go down here and just be uncontested. And in the forest, I don't know what exactly is in there. And at these short ranges, I might get like one stinger off, but then both of the autocannons just murder the SAS, so I felt like it's still better to keep them in the town. Though maybe what I should have done is leave them in here so they can still make use of their range. So yeah, I at least try to unload all of my commandos so they don't die within their transports. KWS snipes my Gazelle. Peace Run is still out. Maxas gets sniped and oof. Just pure oof. At least I didn't lose this. I did kill the Vamp with the Milan earlier. I do notice this though, fortunately. And the commanders just murdered those Legion, fortunately, not unfortunately. And now I'm also like, okay, I need to secure my CVs from the Tigers, right? They could come from here or from there. So I'm just panic buying AA. As well as like a single ass off. I need some ground units as well. I do spot this, the VAB, which is obviously also horrible for me. It was actually not empty. I was under the impression it was empty. Okay, I just kill everything inside. Okay, it was just close enough to kill it completely. Peace Ryan kills that. It gives me at least information that there was another Recon Tiger. Right? I didn't identify it, but I spotted it. And the Recon Tiger has like this camera on top, right? This little circle knob, that thing there, which uniquely identifies the tiger, as well as the leg of the gun, which makes it a lot easier to identify than trying to decipher the armament it carries, right? With the model viewer when it's completely black. Technically it works, but in practice it's very difficult. I spot the Crotal, I'm like, okay, opponent still not moving. Still not moving the Crotal. Attack move with the MG turned off because the MG has a higher range. And against one armor you can actually use the MG. So if I attack move forward with the MG turned on, it would stop at 770 meter range, open up with the MG, instead of trying to go for the kill with the Calgo stuff. But like at 780 meters range or something, the Kotal actually, starts moving. Which is really bad, but I'm still hoping, okay, at least try to make it into the forest where you can like stay out of range of those tigers. Reki is like a really good unit because stealth gives it additional survivability in forests, and it should basically deal with any VAPs or the like that are trying to come for me or sneak through like I did there. And now it's basically just don't go into single expensive units at least until those peace runs and all those tigers are still out. Go for cheap stuff. Go for plenty of stuff where the peace runs just can't bully you, because they're gonna be an issue as well. I still have the occasional tracked rapier here, but the forests are relatively thick, so I can sit over line of sight. Fortunately, the IDS was not on target at all. Still have those SIS there. Don't forget them, but I always felt too wary of trying to cross the open, because like a single AMX-10, anything like that will just murder them trying to cross all that open field. So I just kept them there in the hopes that maybe eventually he's trying to put a CV in here and then I have them there or something along those lines. Or maybe eventually I will need to push into India and then I have a sort of a foothold. IDS completely off target again, fortunately. Trajectory up here misses. But I keep it turned off because I wouldn't be surprised, yep, if there's an ECR coming. There you go. I actually hit it once, which is nice because even if I don't kill it, at least it means it won't be out for a while. Commandos get into the town. I spot that there's a Mankati there and all those tigers. I'm like, oh shit, they're all fully repaired. Kill the Mankati or Mankat one. But yeah. I think I kill a KWS here. Opponent keeps just circling over my A. I don't know why. Maybe they're just overconfident in the ECM, but yeah. I spot those tigers coming and I'm like, I already had a javelin here, now by a stormer. It's gonna be spicy though. Rapier is actually out of ammo. Did I kill the second KWS here as well? I kill it eventually. I'm not sure if it was in the same run. I forgot. You forgot. I buy GR7 because it's my best Hilo Hunter. And it refuses to gun run. At least I got an aim 9 off. IDS comes in. Spots the FV, he spots this. He spots the Unimog. But does not guess the C position. Stormer gets some good hits in, but the IDS kills it. It's on 1 HP. I'm like, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit. I didn't have any points for planes, and I'm like, oh shit, attack. It fired once, so now I'm in for a penny, in for a pound. It's unfortunately panicked. GR7 was still out, by the way, but I end up killing it. I'm like, okay, I survived this. Wouldn't have been the biggest of deals if I had lost the CV, as long as I killed the tiger at the very least. I still have the second spawn after all, but still, you never want to lose the CV, right? It sets you back 100 points. It sets you back. This is unit spawn, not a huge deal, but conquest points and income points are really the big deal here, especially when you're already sort of on a back foot. But I also felt like I don't see any ground units, right? And I was like, I gotta move my CV. He spotted this in infantry CV. I gotta load it in and just move it somewhere because also hit it with the javelin here, one of the tornadoes. Yeah, and the other javelin finishes it off. Manpads, just so good. One of the most underrated types of units in the game. One more thing that makes mechs still good. Even if you can't upfit them or something, manpads are just so ridiculously cost efficient. And then I spot like, oh shit, there's 80 gems in there. At first, I thought those are Milans. Because honestly, this did not feel like 1000 meters, neither did this. And I was like, oh, that's bad. I spot the, I think I didn't even spot the Führungsgruppe, I only spotted the Jupiter, but yeah. IDS dies as well, once again, overconfident. There's some ground units here actually, like Banapalchi, Mega 90, Panzer Grand Marder 2. I'm like, ooh, that's bad. That's not great at all. SAS should be able to... Oh, I didn't move up those SAS. I think I didn't notice the Marder 2 in time actually. Yeah, I didn't. So this is what happens. He's actually get a few shots off, but unfortunately just missed because they're panicked. Peace Ryan's still out. I bought 3 Vickers because they're fast at least. Peace Ryan dies. Dealing with those Legion 90, as you can see, is actually gonna be a real pain in the ass. I forgot. Yeah, this is where I realized, oh, those are Legion and not Milan, right? At first I thought I could just like drop SAS onto the Milan. This is also quite scary. I panicked and killed one of them with the GR7. Laser guide bomb's really good for panicking. They do a lot of suppression damage. The Leopard AS1 Recce does a lot of does a really good job there. Vickers on the lead, bully the AMX-10. I didn't realize there's still SAS and shit in there. Actually, in hindsight, I probably, with the help of the Commandos 90, and together with the SAS, could have finished off the 5 HP squad there, I think. Oh well. Again, I did not... That's 1,000 meters, man. You're just very rarely in a situation like this where you don't control this, but you can move in there. But yeah, at this point, it's really just like consolidating forces. We killed so many planes. At this point, we killed both ASFs and KWSs, both peace runs, I believe, as well. Oh, did the AS... Oh no, there's still one peace run left. I think we kill it here. Yep, we do. Crash. And yeah. MX Sunny actually gets a lot of work done. But slowly but surely, no ground units being bought. Leopard 2 CV actually. And yeah. Came back. Was a horrible opening. I panicked like a noob. But I ended up winning. Sometimes just gotta stay calm, cool, collected. Those are a lot of points in terms of helicopters, right? The 3 Tigers is 340 points. The KWS, right? Another 140. That's 480. 2 CVs. That's already 680 points. And the peace run 780. Let's say 720 because, you know, you didn't need to have the 240 points for planes saved because you, of course, get your income. Yeah. That said, though, it was certainly, like I said, not a good opener. Either way, though, hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know if you want to see more of those things in general, like those replay casts. I would probably be more detailed if I made a separate actual video about it, but as a bonus, I just went through it rather quickly. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll hopefully see you in the next one. Bye bye.